All right. Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And if you're prompted for a verification code, it is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you have any difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and then the videos are uploaded to my YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab. Classes are $10, right? If you're thinking about coming to in-studio classes, I almost forgot that, please visit the website again at simhayoga.com. And the instructions are all on there. You do need to download the waiver and e-sign it. And then when you send me the email to pre-register for class, attach that waiver onto your email. And that email will also act as your contact tracing. So it's very important that if you are coming to practice in person, that you do send me that waiver. Okay, today's class is basics. It is a level 1, so this is suitable for those of you who are working with possibly minor injuries, but please make sure that if you are working with any kind of injuries, limitations, or special conditions, that you do modify as you need and pick and choose those poses that are appropriate for you. If I'm going out of your range and we're doing something that is really inappropriate for your condition, please skip the pose or modify appropriately so that you don't create or perpetuate any injuries. Very important not to hurt ourselves, right? And if you're just beginning to take practice, this is a really good class to start taking. This is where you start to learn the basics, learn about your body in terms of what you're capable of doing, what you need to modify, and learn some of the language and some of the movements and some of the patterns. Okay, for those of you with tighter hips, you might want to elevate and sit up on a block or a blanket. Right? Elevation will always make a cross-legged position a little bit easier, especially if you have any kind of lower back or hip tightness. Okay, palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, resting the hands gently on top of the knees. The eyes are closed, lips touching, and regulating your breath by breathing only through your nose. Start to smooth out your breath, letting the inhales even out with your exhales. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into your thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call a response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vashtan, Sarva Vashtan, gato piwa, yaha smarit, pundrikaksham, sapahya, pihendraha, suchihi. Starting to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll the center. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. And chin back to center. Pause. And then take it the opposite direction. Coming back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and make your spine. Coming off your blocks and extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side and turning your toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Take it back to center, switch them around, inner rotation. And come back to center again. Cross your shins. Opposite shin on top. Take the arms up high and extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Back to center again. Side bends. Right hand down, left arm overhead. Take back up. Other side. Center again. Legs forward, forward fold. Take back up. Swing the legs back behind you. Down dog. And start to pedal out the legs, walking it out side to side. Inhale. Raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward between your hands. Take the back heel down. Warrior one. Arms up high. Chest at the right toes. Spine straight forward. Right knee over the right heel. Ground to the back heel down. Full extension of the back leg for support. Inhale. Lengthen. Reach the arms up even higher. Extending. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Arms along the sides. Yeah, 3 times. Inhale. Lengthen. Reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Now stay here with your arms reaching alongside and lean the torso forward to a diagonal. So you really want to ground your back heel down and anchor down, but continue to lengthen through the crown of the head diagonally forward. Now as you lean away forward, notice the right quads beginning to fire up. And your arms are still active, reaching alongside the head. All right, take it back to vertical, coming back up to warrior one. Open it up for warrior two. Then lengthen your front leg and reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Now stay here. Check your alignment. Right knee still directly over the heel. Now when you look forward, you should be able to see the inside of the foot. Your arms are parallel. You can look forward and back to make sure that they are parallel to the floor. This is your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm up and back, and then side angle. Taking the right hand to the inside of the foot. Now, if this is difficult for you to reach, you can take the arm to the top of the knee, stack your shoulders, and take the left arm up. So this is your modified side angle. This is your regular side angle. Inhale, take it all the way back up. reverse warrior, right arm up and back, so you're stretching right side. And then hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. And then on the exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Hands alongside the rib cage, elbows drawn back. On the inhale, lift the upper back, baby cobra. So your belly and your ribs are still on the floor. Your chest expanding and your upper back engaging, kissing toward each other. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. So this time, your ribs and your belly away from the floor. Elbows are still bent, shoulders still broadening, and the upper back engaging. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of the arms if you have it. If not, slight bending of the elbows. Do the best you can. And then you're expanding through your chest as you take this into your lower back bend, your lumbar spinal back bend. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down, and then transitioning back to child's pose, lifting the seat and drawing the seat toward the heels. Now press your hands strongly into the floor and use that resistance to draw the seat way back toward the heels as you then fold forward. Inhale, rise back up and sit on top of your shins. Your arms are parallel to your floor, elbows bent, and your fingers are soft. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right 5 times. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Back to center. Twist left this time. Inhale, center 5 times. Exhale, left is 2. Inhale, center. Exhale, left is 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, left 4. Inhale, center. Exhale, left 5. Back to center. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace. Broaden your shoulders. Reach knuckles back. Lift the heart center up and gently looking up. So taking a back bend here. Release, come back to neutral, extend the arms forward and round the spine, chin toward chest. Take it back to center, walk your hands forward, down dog, lifting the hips. Hands are about shoulders width. Inhale, raise your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior 1. Left toes point straight forward. Left knee over the heel, ground to the back heel, full extension of your back leg. Square forward, arms up. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up even higher, very active with your arms and shoulders. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Now stay here, and your arms are actively reaching down, so you're lengthening your arms and shoulders. Then press into the back heel to anchor down as you're leaning the torso forward to a diagonal. So try not to round the spine, try not to arch, come to neutral instead, right? So try to feel for that. So as you hold this, your left quads are beginning to activate, really firing up. Inhale, come all the way back up to warrior 1. Then open it up for warrior 2. Lengthen front leg and reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Staying here. Check your alignment. You should be able to see the inside of the foot. You should be able to see that the left knee lines up directly over the heel. Arms are parallel, reaching front and back in opposite directions. Flip the front palm, reverse. Warrior, left arm up and back. And then side angle. Left hand to the inside of the foot, or elbow to the leg, right arm reaching up. That's your modified side angle. This is your regular side angle. Inhale. Take it all the way back up. Reverse warrior, left arm up and back. And then hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back, and then again, lower all the way down. Hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, and hold it here. So elbows are drawn alongside the ribs, and that helps you to engage upper back as you broaden your chest. and then your belly and your ribs are to the floor. Press into your hands, lift up a little bit higher. Right, so this time, belly and ribs away from the floor, elbows are still bent, shoulders are broadening. Press into your hands, lift up even higher. Your fullest extension of the arms if you have it. If not, a slight bending of the elbows is fine. And start to release all the way down, and then make your way back to child's pose. Drawing your feet towards the heels, and again, traction your hands to the floor. Press strongly into your hands, take the feet towards the heels, and fold forward. And lift back up. This time I'll give you a front view. You're sitting on your shins again. Right? Left hand to your floor for support, right arm up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your left. We'll do that 5 times. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale up. Side bend left. Inhale up. Side bend left. Last one. Inhale up. Side bend left. Take it back up, switch sides. So notice that the first time we did this, we did rotation. Now we're doing side stretches. All right, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, lengthen. Side bend right. Inhale, lengthen. Side bend right. Inhale, lengthen. Side bend right. Come back to center. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace with the other thumb on top. Broaden your shoulders. Reach your knuckles back. Lift the heart center up and gently looking up. Come back to neutral. Release your hands. Reach your arms forward and round the upper back. Come back to neutral. Walk your hands forward. Down dog and come back. Pedaling out the legs once again. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior 1. Wrap the right hand back behind you. Draw the right shoulder back, reach your left arm forward. Inhale here, exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Back to center, raise your left arm up. Exhale, side bend. Back to center. Exhale, side bend. Back to center. Side bend. Back to center. Wrap the left arm back behind you and grab opposite elbows. Broaden your shoulders. As you broaden, press your forearms to your mid and lower back to support as you expand through the collarbones. And then bow forward. Devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. As you release forward. Inhale, take it back up, releasing your arms for warrior 1. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, half moon, right hand forward about a foot, look up to right side, tip forward and balance. Now, for those of you who happen to have blocks or need a block, you can use your right hand to a block, a book, a water bottle, a can, right? Like an aluminum can. All those things work. But of course, if you have a block, fantastic. So you're looking to stack your left side over your right. You can first start with your gaze looking down to check the balance. You want to flex your left foot strongly, reach your back in space, and the left arm up. The more you extend, the more you activate, the steadier you're going to feel. Now, keep the gaze looking down to check the balance. Now, if you feel pretty good, and you want to keep the gaze to look up, you may. Right? Otherwise, keep the gaze looking down. All right, start to break. Step it back, warrior 2. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Tip the left hip back, reach your right hand forward. Your right hand can go to inside the foot, left arm up. So this is your full pose. However, if your hamstrings are tight and you need to modify, you can take your hand higher up the shin, stack and reach up. Now, if you have a little bit more range, you can go a little bit lower down. So all of those are good options. Now to come out of the pose, right, if you're all the way down, it's a good idea to keep a slight bending of the knees so that when you come up, you don't overpull the hamstrings. Now, as you come up, you can re-lengthen the front leg and reach back to the reverse triangle. And then bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, and lower all the way down to the belly. This time, Sphinx pose. Walk your hands forward, lower your forearms down. Now check that your shoulders line up with the elbows, and you end up with 90 degrees. Then you also want to grab opposite elbows here so that you can measure out about shoulders width. Once you're set, re-lengthen your arms forward so your forearms are parallel to each other. Press your belly and your lower ribs down, and then with your forearms pressing down, lift the chest. This is Sphinx. And so as you settle into this pose, think of subtle movements to your lower back, to your sacrum. Right? The sacrum is at the very lowest part of your spine, right? or toward the lowest part of your spine. There's a bunch of small vertebrae that are fused together, creating a stiff little platform, right? And that's your sacrum. Right? So think about the sacrum pressing down toward the floor. You're going to feel with that more lengthiness through your lower back. Right? So when you press down like that, you'll feel less pressure. You'll feel a release. It's a very subtle movement. And as soon as you release and release your sacrum, you're going to feel that the lower back is a little bit more relaxed. All right, let's break. So to come out of the pose, you just want to move the elbows out of the way so you can lower your upper chest. Walk your hands back and very slowly lift back and take the seat toward the heels to come into a forward fold, nice and slow. So you were in that back bend for a little while, right? So you want to go slow and stretching the opposite direction. Make your way back up. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward. Back heel comes down. Warrior one. Wrap the left arm back behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Retract your left shoulder back. Inhale here. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Back to center. Raise your right arm up. And then side bend left. Back to vertical. Side bend left. Back to vertical. Side bend left. Vertical again. Wrap the right arm back behind you. Grab opposite elbows. Broaden your shoulders. Lift up and lean back, using your forearms to support your lower and your mid back. On the exhale, come forward. Devotional warrior. Let the crown of the head reach towards the floor. Inhale, take it back up. Warrior one. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon. Left hand forward about a foot, look up to left side. Those of you, again, using a block, your book, your water bottle, your aluminum canned goods, whatever, right? Something nice and strong for you to support with some elevation. Flex your right foot strongly. Reach it back in space. Right arm reaching up. Stack the right side over your left. You can start with the gaze looking down to check your balance. Once you're nice and steady, if you want to start to look up, you may go ahead and do that. And begin to release. Step the left foot back, warrior two, and then lengthening out the left leg for triangle. Tip the right hip back, reach your left hand forward. The left hand can come to the floor, right arm up, and this is your full expression of triangle. Now, if that's difficult for you to take the hand to the floor, you're going to need to elevate. and take the hand up the shin. You can go higher, you can go a little bit lower. All this helps you accommodate for your hamstring flexibility. Inhale, take it back up again, reverse triangle. So again, right, I didn't say it earlier, but when you come out of that triangle, if you bend your knee a little bit, right, the front knee, that will help reduce the pull into your hamstring. So then it's a little bit safer for you to come up into reverse triangle. As you come up, right, you can re-lengthen your left leg. All right, bend the front knee, take the hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, and again, lower onto your belly, take the hands forward again. Let's take the Sphinx pose. Forearms down, about shoulder width. Line up your shoulders with the elbows, vertical line, and 90 degrees with your arms. Then press your belly and your lower ribs down. And then in opposition, lift your chest. Reach your toes back. Once you settle into the pose, now start to look internally. Think about the sacrum, right? At the base of the spine, right? Below the waist and above the coccyx, your tailbone. So in between here is your sacrum, right here. And to feel for the subtlety of just releasing the sacrum. Let it get flatter toward the floor, right? And that will release your lower back a little bit. As you start to practice more, as you get more experience, right? Whether you stay in basics or you start to graduate and move a little bit more strongly and move a little bit faster. Either is fine. Perhaps the basic practice is all you're looking for. That's all you need in your yoga practice. That's perfectly fine. And so this pace and this level is perfect for you. Now, as you experience the poses more, and as you hear the language, as I give you more information, right, you're going to start to really appreciate the subtlety of all the movements, right? It's not about how big, how strong the movement is. It is, once you settle into the pose, your Sphinx pose, how can you look internally with the slightest of adjustments, movements, shifts, with the slightest of bringing your attention and breath into a spot, can you release it? When you release it, what is that sensation? And what does that help you with? Right? So if you happen to hold a lot of lower back tension, if you can release your sacrum a little bit, your lower back releases a little bit, you're going to feel so much more power within this pose because you've just released all that tension. All right, let's start to finish up. So to come out of the pose, move the elbows out the way so you can lower your upper back. Walk your hands back alongside the rib cage. Press into your hands. Right, so we're there for a while. So make sure you go nice and slow to lift the seat and press into your hands. Adjust your hands accordingly and press into your hands to draw the seat toward the heels so that you're getting a nice stretch to your lower back. And then, nice and slow, let the head release, let the arms release, let the shoulders release. Right? How wonderful is it for you to be very methodical about coming in and out of poses, transitioning from one thing to another. So again, it's not just without thinking and just constantly just moving with no intention, right? What if you really pay attention to how you move, how you leverage your weight, right? And that just really makes everything so much more satisfying. All right, start to make your way back into your down dog. And start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Let the feet separate about mat width distance. For those of you who have blocks, books, or cans, right, aluminum cans, This might be a good time to use it, right? So let's say you don't need it so high. Let's say you just need a little bit of elevation. Take it to lower setting. Left hand to center. Bend your left knee, but keep the right leg extended. Reach your right arm out and up to twist. Then let's open the shoulder by taking your right hand to your lower back. Either to your lower back and pressing down, or if you have the extension, reach your hand to the inner left thigh and hook your fingers into inner left thigh and pull so that you can use that traction, use that resistance to rotate and deepen. Right? If that's not for you, just your hand to your lower back or to your outer left thigh is fine. Raise your right arm back up. Take the right hand down. Lengthen out both legs and switch hands. Right hand to center. Bend your right knee. Lengthen out the left leg. Reach your left arm out and up to twist. So first, feel for the rotation. Then, take the left hand to your lower back, the palms facing away from you. So the top of the left hand pressing to your lower back or to the outer right hip. Or if you can wiggle your fingers to the inner right thigh. Pull against your inner right thigh so that you can twist a little bit deeper. Release your left arm back up, left hand to the floor, lengthen out both legs, and then just shimmy side to side. Now, if you need to keep using your blocks, then keep using your blocks. If you don't need your blocks, you can take the hands to the floor. Also, remember, depending on your flexibility, you might need a little higher, and that is fine too. Right? Keep using your blocks if you need it. All right, let's come back to stillness. Whatever you need for the support of your hands in this position, bend your knees. Let the seat drop a little bit. Now, when you let the seat drop, think thighs about parallel to the floor. Tailbone reaching back. Crown of the head reaching forward. Lengthness through your spine. Strength through your quads. Openness through your glutes. Lengthness through your spine. Now, if you don't need the hands for support, reach your arms behind you. Reach back in space to lengthen the sides of the neck. Lift the torso a little higher, but keep maintaining that lengthening. Then lengthen out the legs, lift up, and gently lean back. Now, taking your hands, rotate the palms forward and outwardly. So you're taking outer rotation with your arms, with your shoulders, which spreads your collarbones, your chest, engaging the upper back. Then on the inhale, come back to neutral and reach your arms out and up. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up, reach up, and then again, lean it back, and the hips can come forward in opposition. Take it back to center. Release. Bend your knees again. Reach your hands to the floor. And then let's shimmy your hips side to side, releasing all that tension. All right, come back to stillness. Again, with your hands supporting. Bend at the knees. Think about your thighs coming to about parallel to the floor. Now, this is tough. You can go a little higher, it's fine. But if you can take the thighs about parallel, fantastic. Reach your tail back. Reach the crown of the head forward. The upper back is lifting. Once you're nice and solid here, arms alongside once again. Fingertips are actively reaching back. Quads are beginning to fire up. Your knees, all the muscles around your knees are firing up. Lift the torso a little bit higher. Then lengthen out the legs. Lift up, lean back. And again, once you connect to the back bend, your palms start to rotate forward and out. The outer rotation makes you feel like you're broadening your chest your upper back kissing toward each other. Come back to neutral position. Reach your hands out and up. Interlace your fingers again, but take the other thumb on top. Press your palms up. And then back into a back bend. Take it back up to vertical. Release. Walk your left foot in towards center. Walk your right foot in towards center. I'm going to end up facing you now. All right? Stepping on the left foot. Pick up the right knee. Balancing here. Arms are to either side. Gaze is to the floor at a fixed point to help you balance. Start to flex your right foot strongly. Then reach your right heel out. Bend your right knee. Now, you can't get that leg to parallel the floor, then it's fine. Just reach outwardly. Reach your right heel out and bend. Reach your right heel out and bend. Stay with the right knee bent. Open out to side, back to center. Open to side, back to center. Open to side, back to center. Step the right foot down, feet together, knees together. Bend the knees for chair, and then switch sides. Stepping the right foot down, lift the left knee. Steady your balance here. Then extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Open out to side, squaring back to center. Open to the side, square back to center. Open to the side, back to center. Step the left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Let the hands come to the floor. Now, again, if you need to use your blocks, use your blocks. If you don't need your blocks, maybe you can start with the knees bending, take the hands to the floor, and then lengthen out to fold. So you have all those options there that are quite nice and supportive. All right, let's come back up again. Bend the knees, lift the chest, raise the arms up, chair. As you come up, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Take the sole of the right foot to inner left leg. Now, if having the foot above the knee joint is very difficult for your hips because you have tight hips and it's really throwing off your balance, go below the knee. If even this is difficult, then you can take the right toes to the floor, but press the heel up against the inner left leg, away from the joints, right? You don't want to press into the joint. You want to go above the joint, right, into the bony, the strong bony part of your leg. Once you're ready, arms up and out. Keep the gaze at a fixed point, right? So you can stay here, modify with the foot to the floor. You can go up the shin or the calves, right, side of the leg, below the knee joint. Or you can use your hand to help you to take the foot above the knee joint and hold in here. Start to release, take the arms back up, right knee forward, step the right foot down, walk it out, side to side. Right, decompress. Come back to center. Bend your knees, rise up, chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to the side. So again, your choices are above the knee joint with your foot, below the knee joint with your foot. Step on the left toes, right, or left toe mounds, right? And press the left heel up against the inside of the right leg. So try to avoid the joints if you can. Alrighty, start to take the arms back up. Left knee forward, step the left foot down, release, and walk it out, side to side. All right. Inhale, reach the arms, forward and up into back bend. Slight bending of the knees on the exhale, take it forward and down, step the right foot back, palms flat, step the left foot back plank, lower all the way down to the belly. Now, roll to the outer left hip. Support with your left arm to the floor. Now, make sure that you're lining up your shoulder with your elbows. You have a vertical upper arm to balance with. Take the right hand to the floor for support. You're on your right fingertips. Flex your right foot and lift the right foot away from the left. Right foot forward, right heel back. Right foot forward, right heel back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Stay here. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand. Grab the foot and kick the foot away. All right. Re-extend, square back to center. Rotate the right toes up. Bend your right knee. If you're able to take yogic toe lock, middle index fingers, grab and hold the right big toe. Take it and extend the leg up. Right? If you're not able to do that, it could be hand to knee, and that's fine, or hand to anywhere along the leg and just hold on to the leg. Now, alternatively, if you have a lot of flexibility, you can take the hand to heel. Right? This requires more range of motion in your hamstrings and your hips. Begin to release. Square back to center. And take it back to child's pose, stretching your lower back, and let it go. And let's reset here. Make your way back up. Walk your hands forward. Lower your belly to the floor. Supporting with your right arm. Roll to the outer right leg. Right? So, check to the right shoulder over your elbow. Right? Note this. If your arm is too close, you're going to feel like you're collapsing. If your arm is too far, just a little bit better than the other, but you're going to feel like you're collapsing again. Right? So, this vertical structure, very supportive. Left hand to the floor for support. Flex your left foot, lift. Left heel forward. Left heel back. Left heel forward. Left heel back. Forward and back. Forward and back. One more time. Forward and back. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your left hand. Grab that foot and kick away. All right. Release. Square back to center. Then left hand to left knee and hold it here. You can also grab your leg here or yogic toe lock and extend. This is a great place to be if you have a little bit more in you. Grab the heel, raise your left heel higher, requiring a little bit more flexibility. Start to release. Take it back to center. And take it back to child's pose. Once again, feet toward the heels. And stretching your lower back. And let's make your way back to the down dog. Pigeon pose. Raise your left leg up. Left knee in toward the nose. Land that shin to the floor. Now, let this left knee, left thigh, angle out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. You're on the top of the right shin. Hands supporting, then inch your right knee further back to lower your seat. Now, make sure that you're nice and level in your pelvis. Try not to sit down on one side, right? You want to balance on your shins. You want your pelvis level. Then, as you walk your hands back and lift your torso to a more vertical line, You want to be level in your pelvis. You want to be vertical in your spine. If you did this right and you're nice and balanced, you may not even use your hands, right? Then make your way forward. Once you're nice and settled, you can stay in your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead. Take the next bunch of breaths here. Gently just breathing into those tight spots, right? So using your mind's eye to look internally, where are you finding particular tightness, right? Where you're finding a lot of uncomfortable sensations, right? Then see if you can visualize those spots and bring breath to it, right? If that doesn't work, maybe you need to shift around just a little bit to kind of decompress, right? And take less weight into that spot that is kind of a little bit too much, right? So by shifting around a little bit, you might be able to alleviate that discomfort and find a much more enjoyable spot, right? And if you can enjoy that spot, perhaps your muscles won't react as much, right? And then you can get deeper into the pose. Right? So every pose that we take, let's find joy within that pose. All right, let's start to break. Hands come back down. Lift the elbows up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck in the back toes under and press it back to your down dog. Now take lots of movement here, right? So shimmy your hips side to side, pedaling out the legs. All of those are wonderful ways to release. You might feel some pins and needles or a cold rush of blood back through that left leg. All right, second side. Raise your right leg up. Take the right knee in, land that shin to the floor. You're in a pointed right toe position. You're standing on your shin. Right knee, right thigh, angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Hands supporting. Inch your left knee further back so you can lower your hips a little bit. More. Untuck the toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate the spine. You should feel pretty level and balanced in the pelvis. You should feel pretty vertical in the spine to the point that you don't need your hands to balance. Once you have that fixed, then you can make your way forward onto your forearms, onto pillows, hands as pillows, and resting the forehead. So take your time to find that neutral position, right? So that neither are you working too hard or too easy within the pose. Right? So it should always be a balance between effort and ease. Right? When something is way too easy, then you're really not doing anything, right? But you also don't want it to be too hard either. When it's too hard, you're struggling, the muscles react, right? So you want to find that levelness between the two opposites, right? All right. Let's begin to break. Press your hands into the floor, lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in. Then press into your hands, tuck the left toes under, and then lift. Just step it back to the down dog. Pedal out the legs. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands and take the seat down. Right? Janu Shirshasana. Keep the face shift. Keep the left leg extended. Sole of the right foot in the left leg. Left hand to the floor. So notice this is like the tree pose that we were doing in a standing position, right? Left hand to the floor, right arm is up, inhale, lengthen. Slightly rotate to your left, reach forward, line up the torso over your left leg. Grab the inside of the left foot. If you can't grab the foot, you can grab the ankle. Anywhere along the leg is fine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Reach forward a little bit more deeply. So pull in toward that left leg. Now, if you don't need your left hand on the floor for support, you can grab the other side of the foot. And then you're going to pull evenly with your hands. So that's giving you some resistance to get more lengthy through the spine and your lower back as you draw forward. Begin to release and make your way back up. Twist to the right. Take it back to center, switch legs. Right leg forward, sole of the left foot to inner right thigh. This time, I'll give you a side view. How's that? Right, so you're taking the foot to the inner right thigh. Right hand to your floor, left arm is up. Inhale, lengthen. Slightly rotate to the right. Hinge at the hips, draw forward. Grab your foot, your ankles or your shins, whatever you can hold on to. Re-lengthen your spine. On the exhale, take it a little bit deeper. Maybe using both hands to your right foot. Right? Keep checking in. Integrity of lengthy spine. And start to release. Come back up to center. Counter twist to the left. Back to center again. Extend both legs forward. Extend the arms, actually take the hands either side, sliding the hands out and lower onto your back. Let's take bridge. Bend your knees, walk your feet in. Press your heels down, lift your feet. Right, so you can stay here with your feet lifting, activating your quads. You can add on shoulder opening by taking your hands underneath you, interlacing them, and then shimmying your shoulders side to side and walking in closer. So now you're stepping on the back of the head, the upper shoulders, and your heels. Right? Whatever part of your hands are touching down. Begin to release your hands and lower the feet down. Gently hug both knees in. And then taking some circles in one direction. Come back to center, take circles in the other direction. Come back to center. Keep the left knee in. Extend the right leg out to the floor. Left arm out to a T position. And twist to the right. Recline, twisting. You're rolling to outer right leg, outer right hip. But left arm, left shoulder blade are flat to the floor as you rotate to the right. Take it back to center, switch legs, switch arms, and twist the other direction. And come back to center again. Hug both knees in. feet to the floor, slide the legs forward. Let the feet separate, toes are turned out, arms alongside the body, palms face up. Let your shoulders release, let the head release, let everything go. Shavasana. Final relaxation. Begin to draw the breath back in. And start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for verification, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos are uploaded onto my YouTube channel, Simha Yoga Lab. And if you're thinking about coming to in-studio classes, please go to my website again. There is instructions on there for you to pre-register for class, and there is also a document for you to download and then e-sign, and then to send that to me when you're pre-registering for class. So I really require that waiver as well as the pre-registration for contact tracing because we are social distancing here. We're at 25% capacity. All right, so thank you again for your time. Be well, take care. I will see you soon.